going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for episode number 36. This is episode number 3 of the recently decided episode series to improve the traffic and kind of everything pertaining to traffic here in our city. Now, so far, we have done the metro, we've also done the buses, and I think the last thing left to do is to improve the trains. So that's what this episode is going to be about. I'll let you know real quick, the reason that this episode came a little bit later is because it took me quite a while to actually figure out the way and how to put everything in this city without it looking, one, out of place, and two, for it to be actually functional. This whole thing started with the amount of traffic that we were having coming through here. But that is that's not all. I mean, if you there's not a ton of traffic in the city itself, but it could always be better, and I'm always looking to make things better, right? To make it flow smoother and for it to just look better in general. So the way I have decided to bring the changes to you guys is via time lapse. I'll go ahead and I'll do everything. I'll turn it into a time lapse. It's going to be on a 4 times speed instead of 5 times, which is what I normally do in my time lapses, in hopes that you guys can kind of follow along. And if you're looking to do something like that in your own city, you are certainly welcome to follow along. And then after the time lapse is over, I will go ahead and explain what I've done and why I've done it. So guys, enjoy the time lapse, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Alright guys, I am back and let's check out what I've done. So I'll go ahead and resume the simulation here. We have the game on 3 speed, just so everything kind of adjusts to the recent changes, but let's start right here. So here I've added the cargo train station. And the reason I added a cargo train station over here is so, let's say for example, all of our industrial area here wants to ship cargo out of the city. They certainly can. All they have to do is just come on over here, drop off the cargo, and the cargo will take it out of the city. So either make a left or a right here and go on its way. Coming back, in the same instance, if cargo is making its way into the city, so what would happen in that event is all the cargo would come in through this cargo station, go through the factories and everything, and either get delivered to our city or get shipped out of the city once again. And that applies to all of the deliveries to the rest of the city. Over here, what I did is I converted this this road to a two-way road. So now, if you are a truck that has gotten onto a ship and went to deliver cargo over to a different city, different region, wherever you were going, really. When you come back, you can, instead of going all the way around through the highway and coming back into the industrial area, here you would simply just make a left and go back to your area or whatever building you came out of. Here I have also added a pass-through because while I was doing some testing on my own, I noticed that that a lot of these forestry industry trucks are coming out through the highway, coming all the way through here and then back, and coming through and coming over to the cargo harbor. So I just added a much quicker way for them to get in there. And as you can see, forestry industry coming through here. That guy is more than likely gonna come over to the cargo train station and drop off his goods. So that's about all that I've done here in this area. Added a couple of plaza sparks just to help the industry over here level up a little bit, but you know exactly how that works. In this area, perhaps, is the biggest change. What I did is I removed the cargo hub and I just added a cargo harbor. I moved the solar power plant as well, but here I added a cargo train station. Now the reason I did this is because I saw that a lot of these the farming trucks, they were coming through here and using this cargo hub connection and then taking the merchandise out of the city. So now they have their very own cargo train station. Same policy kind of applies, just like in this area over here. So if you're shipping goods out of the city, put it on a train, get it out of here. Also, if you're delivering it to the rest of our city, same thing, put it on a train, and then the train will take it over there, and that is utilizing less traffic on our roads. In addition to that, what I did is I added connections to the end of every single one of these farming outlets. So now you don't have to use the main road to go all the way through, and as you can see, there's a lot of less traffic happening on that one main road that we had. And in addition to that, let me exit the view there. I'm gonna go underground, and what I did here is I added a connection. So what I noticed is that also a lot of these farming trucks are using the cargo harbor to deliver goods. So now when they go out and deliver the goods and come back, they were just going all the way around and then coming back into the area. So then what I did over here is I just gave them an additional way to go. So instead of going all the way onto the highway and around, all they're doing here is making a left. So that's exactly what these guys over here are doing. If you see, they're coming back out and going to their areas. That just means that we're gonna have a lot less traffic coming through here. And I believe that is all for this particular area here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop on over to where was it? Oh, here it is, right here. So to minimize traffic, as you can see, it is pretty much gone over here, is I added a cargo train station. Now all the goods, instead of being delivered via truck, are being delivered via train and then delivered to this whole area, and then coming all the way back into here. In addition to that, what I added is an additional cargo train station over here. So now all of the deliveries that were making their way through through the highways and coming through the city over here and delivering the goods here in this area, they are now utilizing the same method, and that is the cargo train station, and that is bringing the goods through and either getting on the highway, kind of like what you guys see going on over here, or some of them are also going straight and delivering the goods to the rest of this Fawn Hills commercial district. Also, in the time lapse, I have added a pass-through over here, so just kind of like a little tunnel under the train tracks for trash to come and pick up trash over here, because as you guys might have noticed in previous episodes, we were having a lot of trash trucks coming through here and just causing a lot of traffic on trash day, delivering the or not delivering, but picking up the trash from this particular area. So we went ahead and we got rid of that traffic as well, which is working pretty well right now. And just as suspected, I did see a trash symbol over there. We are low on the incinerator, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're just gonna add one more. That'll be a-okay for now. And lastly, what I did here is in King Heights, I made the King Heights one big district. The reason I did that is one, it looks a little bit cleaner. It doesn't make sense for one district over here to be separated. So I just made this whole thing here King Heights. And what I did is actually not what I did, but that just expanded that whole Old Town policy through the whole district. One thing that I removed, or you'll notice that is gone with the district that was over here, I forget its name, is the schools out policy. And the reason I did that is actually no good reason. Actually, I just wanted to have a high educated citizens in our city, and that is exactly what that is going to do. So that's kind of everything that I did. I don't think I forgot to mention anything. One thing that that we can, oh, by the way, here we are gonna go ahead and as you can see, we're running pretty low on water. We're gonna go ahead and remove that water pumping station. We're gonna add another one just so we don't run out of water. And we're gonna place one just right there. And we're gonna hook it back up. I want this area to fill in back with water. Now, of course, we do have to keep an eye on it so it doesn't overflow, but I think we're gonna be just a-okay. Connection over here to this cargo's train station is all the way underground, as you guys saw in the time lapse, and I added two points, one off point and one in point, and that seems to be working pretty well. The whole thing actually costed us about $500,000 to rework the train system, so not bad. And as you can see, there is no more train backup. They're all just going to their respective areas. And if there is any traffic, it's very slight. So just waiting for the other train to go through, and you're on your way. This right here, I'm not a big fan of, so I'm more than likely gonna end up reworking the just the way it looks. As you can see, the trains are almost acting like worms coming through there, so I think that's something that I'm gonna rework a little bit. This one over here I'm kind of okay with, the snake shape, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. But you'll notice that there is pretty much no train traffic. So I think this whole expansion was a pretty nice success. I think the last thing that's left to do is go ahead and kind of finish up the area over here, beautify it, place some trees, maybe some more parks, figure out what we want to do over here in the circle part, and start expanding to this area right here. We do have a lot of demand for jobs, so I'm thinking that a major part of this area is going to be offices, and then we're going to add a little bit of residential, commercial here and there. What I don't want to do is add a whole bunch of commercial to this particular area, simply because I don't want I don't want to run into the same problem that we had before, where there's a lot of traffic coming through. And now that we're here, I was playing with the idea of upgrading this to one-way roads, and I think that's gonna work out just fine. Meaning that now when you're coming off the roundabout, you're either making a left or a right, as opposed to having cars or trucks coming out and slowing down the traffic. We are also going to do the same thing here on this area. So making a left or a right. Now if you're delivering goods over here, you have you can go into the big circle and come back out wherever you are, and get back on the highway itself, which, if you ask me, now that we have added this cargo train station over here, I don't think you have a lot of reason to be delivering goods via highway, which, as you can see, there's very little trucks, commercial trucks coming through. Mainly these guys are pedestrian vehicles. So I think that kind of wraps up the episode itself. We have fixed the traffic. I think that was a huge success. And what we're gonna do next for the next episode is beautify the area. I'm gonna think of what I want to put over here, so it doesn't stay blank. We may even finish up this area over here before we expand. Not sure what we're gonna do here, if we're gonna leave it just the way it is or not. And then this is going to get reworked 100%. I think I mentioned it before, I haven't come up with a unique interchange as to what I want to do there. But in any case, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you think about the layout. I think it's working flawlessly. As you can see, many of us struggle with keeping traffic in the industrial area low. That is something that's not going on over here, so I think we did a pretty good job. Pretty much in the whole industrial area here, we don't have a lot of traffic going on. Just the normal amount, if you ask me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm happy that we're done with this expansion, as this took up a lot of time. A lot of time to build and expand was spent on fixing the city that we have currently built. So in the next future episodes, we're gonna go ahead and focus on expanding. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you're not subscribed yet and you enjoyed the series, go ahead and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And guys, as always, have a good time.